Just Trevor Saunier.
Thanks, George. Temperatures in the upper 60s to near 70 for this morning. We're already seeing some storms across Texas, and these will be moving in through mid to late morning and through the early afternoon hours. These are associated with what could be our first round of storms and our first round of severe weather, which will be coming in again late morning through early afternoon, and then we could see yet another round later on tonight. Satellite radar shows this energetic southwesterly flow overhead, which will help to produce those storms for today. Temperatures rising through the 70s, getting to near 80 degrees for this afternoon. Here's our future radar, and this model has really been pecking things well through the past, I'd say, week or so. So this is the model I'm using for this morning. Notice it does show these cells beginning to pop up later on in the afternoon. If we do manage to get some sunshine, that will only add fuel to these storms, but we have a sharp temperature drop with height, and when you see that, it's usually a signal for what could be hail-producing storms, and that's something that we'll have to watch for in some of these storms. Not to say that the hail will be really large or meet severe criteria, but we could definitely see some penny and dime-sized hail in some of this activity. Quarter-sized hail is when it's deemed a severe thunderstorm. And then we may get a break during the evening hours. And then later on tonight, this is a 1:30 a.m., could see a line of storms working across the area. And when storms grow more linear in this fashion, usually more of a damaging wind threat starts, and that's when you could see those wind gusts of 40 to 50, maybe even 60 miles per hour. Now that moves out later on tomorrow morning, and then conditions begin to improve for the day tomorrow. We have a level 2 risk of severe storms across Acadiana, meaning that if we were to see severe weather incidents, they would be isolated in nature. More widespread severe weather would be likely across northern Louisiana, Arkansas, and Missouri. This is where the severe weather episodes could be what we call enhanced and more widespread. So if we see it today, it'll be isolated, but it only takes 1, 2, or 3 severe weather incidents to really make it a pretty busy day around here. So we'll be watching very closely. In terms of the hail threat, the atmosphere is picking up on that temperature drop with height that I was talking about, and that's why it's on the medium to high side here in terms of these storms potentially producing hail, especially across southeastern Texas and southwestern portions of the state later on this morning and through early afternoon. So that's what I'm picking up on, and that's why I'm watching things pretty closely through the day. Temperatures rising into the lower 80s for this afternoon, falling back into the 50s for tonight and in the 70s for tomorrow. Now winds picking up today, also southwesterly 10 to 20, and then a northerly wind comes in for tomorrow at 10 to 20. So things definitely turning cooler behind this front for tonight and tomorrow as we see this northwesterly flow, but it will be short-lived because the flow will turn back out of the south and west Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we could see some subtle impulses embedded within that flow, which could keep showers in the forecast through the end of the week as well. So 80 degrees your high today. Storms likely, a severe weather threat potentially. That's something that we'll be watching for. Download that KLFY weather app, and of course we'll be here breaking into coverage as needed. 7-day forecast shows nice weather though Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Isolated storms in the forecast Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.